This is the 6th grade math test on ratios and proportions. Good luck, do your best. Question 1. Theo wants to use a cookie recipe that makes 36 cookies, but he wants to reduce the number of cookies to 18. If the original recipe says to use 6 cups of sugar, how much sugar should he use? And on question 1, I have a proportion table set up for you. The word ratio is about cookies and sugars. His original recipe has 36 cookies, which uses 6 cups of sugar, and his new recipe has 18 cups of sugar. So how much sugar should he use? Question 2. A survey at Wheeler Middle School indicated that 4 out of 20 students have a stamp collection. If 120 students total attended Wheeler Middle School, about how many of those students can be expected to have a stamp collection? I'll read it one more time. A survey at Wheeler Middle School indicated that 4 out of 20 students have a stamp collection. If 120 students attended Wheeler Middle School, about how many students can be expected to have a stamp collection? Question 3. During basketball season, Wanda made 2 out of every 3 free throws she attempted. In the last basketball game, Wanda attempted 12 free throws. How many free throws would she have been expected to make? Once again, during basketball season, Wanda made 2 out of every 3 free throws she attempted. In the last basketball game, Wanda attempted 12 free throws. How many free throws would she have been expected to make? Question number 4. Jose's horse eats 2 bales of hay every 5 days. About how many bales of hay does Jose's horse eat in 30 days? Once again, Jose's horse eats 2 bales of hay for every 5 days. About how many bales of hay does Jose's horse eat in 30 days? Question 5. A survey showed that 7 out of 20 students are in the school band. If there are 240 students in the 6th grade, about how many of those students would be in the band? Once again, a survey showed that 7 out of 20 students are in the school band. If there are 240 students in the 6th grade, how many of those students would be in the band? Question number 6. The table shows how much Jamal earns at his part-time job. Predict Jamal's earnings for 7 hours of work. I'll read it one last time. Number 6. The table shows how much Jamal earns at his part-time job. Predict Jamal's earnings for 7 hours of work. And for example, I've got circled that for 2 hours of pay, he gets paid $9. Question number 7. The table shows the number of tickets needed for rides at an amusement park. Which rule relates the number of tickets to the number of rides, or how did he get from the number of rides to the number of tickets? Number of tickets to number of rides. Would it be A, multiply the number of rides by 4, B, multiply the number of rides by 3, C, add 3 for each ride, D, add 4 for each ride? Look at the blue arrows or blue rays that help you to see the relationship. Which rule relates to the number of tickets to the number of rides? A, is it you multiply the number of rides by 4, Is it B, you multiply the number of rides by 3? Or C, do you add 3 for each ride? Or D, add 4 for each ride? Question 8. Which pair of ratios is not proportional or not equal? And for those of you using a scientific calculator, you can simplify all of these fractions by hitting Simp Enter to test for equality. The question, again, is which pair of ratios is not proportional? Question number 9. The table below shows the price per pound for peaches at the grocery store. And it has for 1 pound, $3, for 2 pounds, $6, for 3 pounds, $9, and for 4 pounds, $12. Please notice by the color coding on the graphs that the labels are moved around. Make sure you're looking at the graphs on your paper and find which graph shows the same data. Question number 10. Denver, Colorado is 12 miles above sea level. How many feet is Denver, Colorado above sea level? Look at the labels. For all of the answers, it's feet. The question one last time. Denver, Colorado is 2 miles above sea level. How many feet is Denver, Colorado above sea level? Question 11. The table below shows the results of a survey of RMS students during lunch. And if you total those numbers, the survey was for 100 students. The question, if 300 students purchased chips, how many would be expected to buy Takis? If 300 instead of 100 students purchased chips, how many would be expected to buy Takis? You need to bubble that answer in the griddable. And then there's a second question starting right here. How many more would buy Takis than spicy Doritos? And that's again, if there's 300 students, how many more would buy Takis than spicy Doritos? You can mark that number 12 if you want to. Write the answer to that part on your test. So there's two questions. One is, if there are 300 students purchase chips, how many would be expected to buy Takis? You're going to bubble that on your griddable. And then on your paper, you're going to answer the question, how many more would buy Takis than spicy Doritos? Good luck. Check all of your answers.